All right, so in this video, I'm going to be breaking down one of the largest land flips that we've ever done. The whole deal was completely virtual. We did the whole thing from our laptops, didn't actually go to see the property in person because our entire business model revolves around that. We get a property under contract, then sell the contract to a home builder without owning the property, without buying the property, or without being an actual agent on the deal. You just pass it off as an assignment and you make the entire spread. And on this specific deal, we made over $190,000 in profit, and it was just a piece of land that we sold to somebody that's going to build on the land. So again, for those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Carson. My brother Jackson and I have flipped over $4 million worth of properties, over 700 different land deals now over the past 3 years, and we're helping teach people how to get into this model now because we're actually building on a lot of properties now, partnering with a lot of our students that we teach, and doing a lot more deals that way. So we're teaching a lot more people to get into this and kind of just expanding people's knowledge on land flipping, what virtual land flipping is, and how you could get started today, how you could get started right now doing this exact model and thing that I'm talking about in this video. So if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. I try to post videos on here weekly, longer form stuff that you can see, explaining more into the business model, more into deals that we've done, and stuff that's just happened within our land flipping business that does over 7 figures per year. So again, if you're new, go ahead and subscribe. And then there's a lot more shorter form stuff on my Instagram at Carson Buys Land, or at Wiener Bros on Instagram. You can see a lot more short form stuff, and long stuff will be on here. So let's just get straight into it. In this video, I'm going to be talking about this deal that was $191,000 in profit. We ended up getting the deal under contract for $260,000, and then we sold the contract to the builder for $451,000. And a really important part of all this is we always tell people that are learning and getting into this model that you're never going to have trouble selling your deals if you're getting them under contract at the right price. So it's very important that you learn what to offer, how to make a correct offer, because in this specific instance, we had, I think, 5 or 6 offers that were above what we were initially asking just because we got it at such a good deal. So we got it at $260. I believe we were trying to sell it for $430, but we had 4 or 5 different parties involved that were interested. So we had a bidding war. That's why it ended up being $451. I think we got an offer at $430, then $440, then $450, then finally $451 with great terms. So we ended up accepting that offer and going ahead and selling it to that investor. So this deal, all in all, the way we got the deal under contract is how we get almost all of our deals under contract. So the method that we use is we mass text, right? So we reach out to all of these property owners that own this land and have owned it for 40, 50 years. They paid extremely cheap, or they got it passed down in their family. So they don't have any intention to build on these properties. They have taxes that come up every year that they're paying, and the property's just sitting there and they've never even been to it and don't have plans for it. And you reach out and you say, hey, I'm interested in purchasing your property. I'll give you X amount. They either tell you yes or no, you move on to the next. So in this specific instance, I'm going to pop up the exact text chain here so you can see how simple it is. Until you get into this business model, you're not going to understand how simple it is to get somebody's property that's worth $260,000 under contract, in this case about $400,000, but under contract within an hour, within a day, when you're reaching out and you know what you're talking about. So in this instance, this was the text chain right here. Reached out, I believe they were asking for a little bit more than what my brother got them under contract for. I think they were asking for $300. There was these 2 pieces of land right next to each other, and my brother called them and said, hey, I can't give you $300, but I can give you $260. Here's the deal. Here's what we've done. I'm interested in getting this done, and I can get you the $260,000, and you won't have to worry about the closing costs. They thought that all sounded good. They thought it sounded great, and went ahead, got that property under contract with the seller. It's called a purchase of sale agreement. So now our company has these sellers under contract under a purchase of sale agreement that is assignable. So now we can either go ahead and close on the property, but we don't want to do that. We don't want to pay $260,000. We don't want to buy this property outright. What we want to do is we want to flip this contract with $0 of our own money up, make the profit in between, not 3% like a realtor. We want to make 100% of the deal and then get it in our pocket and move on to the next one. So that's exactly what my brother did. He called builders, called some people that we work with that helped us sell the deal. What we ended up doing is selling it for $451,000. I'll pop the contract up here of the buyer contract at $451,000 so you can see the actual proof of it. And sold the deal for $451,000. We ended up netting $191,000, like I said, on the deal. And this was just on the dirt. Just on the dirt that a builder is going to do. If you were a realtor and you sold something for $400,000, you would make 12 grand. We made $191,000. The entire spread, the entire profit, because virtually flipping land, you're not taking commissions. You're not taking a percentage of the deal. You get the entire thing. And that's why we've loved the business model. That's why we've always stuck with this business model over the past 3 years, because it's unlike anything else to where you can send out a text message. You saw how simple that text chain was, and have a chance to make $200,000 off of one text message. It doesn't seem real. And that's what the business model is. And not every single deal is like this. Obviously, every single one of our 700 deals wasn't $200,000. Our average deal size is about $8,000, but that's still crazy because we've gotten this business up to doing 20, 30, almost 40 deals in 1 month alone, to where our average deal size is about $8,000. We've done over $500,000 in a month with this business model, and it's just an extremely lucrative business that doesn't have a lot of hoops and things to jump over to get into. Because like I said, you don't need a real estate license. It's all from your laptop. When I got into this, when my brother got into this, we had no real estate experience whatsoever. And our first 6 months in this business, we did over $450,000. And that's with 3 years ago, where there was not much information on the internet. There wasn't YouTube videos. There weren't people teaching it that could help you get into it. It was just completely trial and error learning this business model. And we made over $400,000 in the first 6 months doing it. And that's what's possible in today's day and age. Is there's these online methods of business that weren't possible 10 years ago. You didn't have the softwares that we're using. You couldn't use AI to send 5,000 text messages in a day to people, right? So the softwares, the systems, everything that we have today, this wasn't possible 10 years ago. This wasn't even possible 5 years ago. Everything that's come into fruition today that we're using to be able to do $191,000 deals at 21 years old at the time when this deal happened, and at 23 my brother was when this deal happened, in real estate without even a license, seems unattainable. It seems like it's unrealistic. And to a lot of people that haven't seen the online space and haven't dealt with online real estate and haven't dealt with these different forms of business that are happening today, it doesn't seem possible, but it is. If you click on this page and if you click on my Instagram, you'll see the proof of everything, all the deals that we've closed. I have a video of $3.5 million worth of wires just from 2023 and 2024, just 2 years, and every single one of them is from a title company. A title company is a real estate escrow company that pays you out on every single deal, and every single one of them is a title company. And that shows, again, that this money that we're making couldn't be coming from anywhere else. So a lot of people have the thing of saying like, hey, you make your money doing this, you don't actually make your money doing that, you know, daddy's money, whatever people say. You can't fake 400 wires from a title company within 2 years, right? Last year we did 239 deals for $1.7 million in profit. Year before we did about $1 million in profit, just my brother and I. And then the year before that, like I said, in the first 6 months we did about $457,000. So this business has serious income that you can get going within just a few months. And like I said, the reason we're teaching it now is because we've been so successful in this business, and I'm so grateful that we have, and we've made millions of dollars that we're now building now, because these builders that are buying them from you got to think about why they're buying these properties, right? They're buying these properties because, yeah, sure, you're making money on the front end, but they don't care about the $10,000 that you're making because you're bringing them a good deal, and then they're going to make $150,000 on the back end. They're going to make $500,000 on the back end when they build the house, right? The builders are worried about building the houses and making profit there. They have certain quotas that they have to hit every single month. So the buying pool is already there. Each builder is buying anywhere from 20 to like 500 lots a month if it's a big national builder like D.R. Horton or something like that, to where they're buying hundreds of lots a month, and they have to hit their quota in order to do that. So you're helping them fill their quota. They're making all their money on the back end. So again, that's why pricing is important. If you're pricing the lots correctly, these builders will buy every single lot that you bring them. That's how we've done 37 deals in a month. We've done 9 deals in one day before. We've done a 27 pack of lots in one day. And that's because these buyers and builders will buy them all if you're at the right price. So it's just important to learn how to be at that price and then bring them to the builders. And like I showed you here, the model is easy once you know what you're doing and once you're actually doing it. A lot of the people think it sounds too good to be true, but like I showed you here, that text chain, it was one message. A lot of the time it's one phone call. You talk to these sellers, within 2 or 3 minutes, I have my whole pitch, my whole conversation done, and then I'm getting a contract signed. And that you then just email to a builder, they give you yes or no, you move on to the next deal. So that's, long story short, this was kind of a quick video just summing up the one deal that we've done. This deal was in the state of Tennessee for people that are curious. And yeah, that's one of the largest deals that we've done. We'll make another video where we're breaking down a lot of the biggest deals we've done, but that deal was $191,000. It was an awesome deal. Got it done. And if anybody is interested in getting started, I'll drop, there's a free training that my brother and I made below this video. It's about 20 minutes. It goes more in depth into the whole business model, into how to get started, pulling lists and everything like that. So you can go ahead and watch the free training, or like I said, go follow me on Instagram at Carson Buys Land. Do a lot more short form stuff, post a bunch of stories on stuff, showing deals that are currently going on, where we're doing deals and stuff like that. So if you're interested in getting started, my brother and I are buying a bunch more lots now. So we do have the community and we do have students that we're teaching. So if you're interested in getting started, you can shoot me a DM on Instagram. Go watch the free training if you want to go get some free knowledge. And yeah, I appreciate everyone that came on. And again, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Going to be trying to post more on here. And I appreciate the time.